Hello, Fourthies. It's Mrs. Carvino. Another topic that we're going to be covering this week is elapsed time. So what is elapsed time? Elapsed time is how much time has gone by from start to finish. When I started and when I ended, how much time went by. So I'm going to show you a method called the T-chart method, where you're going to use a T-chart to take track of, to account of how much time has gone by. So first thing you do is draw your T-chart. And you put your start time on this side and your end time on this side. So let's take a look at our problem and break it down. Emily went to soccer practice at 1:40 p.m. Practice ended at 3 p.m. How long was Emily at soccer practice? So my start time was 1:40 p.m. and my end time was 3 p.m. So I'm going to add that to the headings of my T-chart. And now I'm going to get started. So the very first thing that I want to do is I want to get to a number that is a little bit easier to work with. So 140 is not ideal. So I want to try to get to a number like 30 or an o'clock. So I can easily get to an o'clock. I can get to 2 o'clock from here. So I need to get to 2 o'clock. I just need to add 20 minutes. So 20 minutes, I fast forward my clock 20 minutes and I get to 2 o'clock. Now I'm at 2 o'clock, which is a lot easier to work with. How do I get from 2 o'clock to 3 o'clock? Because my goal is now to make that bigger jump. That is 1 hour. So now, ding, 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 I got to my end time. I was trying to get to 3 o'clock and I'm there. So all I have to do now is add up how much time I fast forwarded to see how much time went by between those two times. So if I did 20 minutes and an hour, altogether, that equals an hour and 20 minutes. So how long was Emily at soccer practice? She was at soccer practice for an hour and 20 minutes. Let's try another one. Juliet needed to practice piano for an hour and 30 minutes. She started practicing at 3:25 and stopped at 4:45. Did she spend enough time practicing? Did she spend an hour and 30 minutes? Let's try it. So my first jump is I'm going to try to get to a number that is a 30 or an o'clock. So I'm going to go to a 30. So I'm going to get to 3:30. And how much time did I make go by? I made 5 minutes go by. Now I'm at 3:30. Can I make a larger jump? Can I make a 1 hour jump? Yes, I can. So I'm going to go to 4:30, and that's a 1 hour jump. I'm still not yet at my end time. So how do I get from 4:30 to 4:45? I'm close, but I'm not quite there yet. So 4:30 to 4:45, I'm going to make that jump, is 15 minutes. So now all I have to do is add up my times on this side of my chart to see how much time she spent. And I get an hour and 20 minutes. 1 hour here, 15 minutes and 5 minutes. Add those 2 minutes together to get 20. Now, my original goal was to spend an hour and 30 minutes. Did Juliet do that? No, she did not. She only spent an hour and 20 minutes. Okay, so now what happens if we change up the problem a little bit? We don't know the end time. We know the start time and we know how much time went by, but we don't know the end time. So let's try that one. Mike and Jed went skiing at 10:30 a.m. They skied for 1 hour and 55 minutes before stopping for lunch. At what time did Mike and Jed stop for lunch? So I know my start time is 10:30. I don't know what time they ended, but I know I'm going to go for an hour and 55 minutes. So let's try it. My first thing is I'm going to deal with that 1 hour. So I'm going to fast forward 1 hour. If I started at 10:30 and I'm fast forwarding an hour, I'm going to get to 11:30. Now, I'm going to work on this 55 minutes thing here. 55 minutes, it's hard for me to think, well, how can I add 55 minutes to this? So I'm going to actually use the break apart method, where I'm going to break down 55 minutes into 2 smaller chunks and then do one at a time. So I'm going to break 55 minutes up into 30 minutes and 25 minutes. So I'm going to deal with this 30 first. So I'm going to jump 30 minutes forward and I'm going to get to 12 o'clock. Now I'm going to deal with this 25 minutes, where I'm going to jump 25 minutes forward and I'm going to get to 12:25. So now if you see on this side, here's my hour and 55 minutes over here. I got to what I needed, an hour and 55 minutes. What time did I end? I ended at 12:25. So my answer to this problem would be, after an hour and 55 minutes, it would end at 12:25. So Mike and Jed stopped for lunch at 12:25. Here we go again with an unknown. Lyle went fishing for 1 hour and 30 minutes until he ran out of bait at 6:40 p.m. At what time did he start? So this time we have the end time. We don't have the start time. So I'm actually going to backtrack. We're going to think backwards. So I'm going to backtrack. So he went for an hour and 30 minutes. I'm going to go back 1 hour. So if I take away an hour from this time, I'm going to be at 5:40. And now I need to take away 30 minutes. So if I take away 30 minutes, I'm going to go backwards 30 minutes, not forward, backwards 30 minutes. I'm going to take away from 5:40, and it's going to be 5:10. So now if I look on this side, I definitely have my hour and 30 minutes that I needed to go backwards. And what time did I end at? I ended at 5:10. So he started fishing at 5:10. And that's it. If you need me, I will be on our Zoom calls. I will be on our Google Hangouts, and you can schedule a one-on-one Zoom call with me as well. Have fun learning, everyone.